this is me speaking into existence.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna become the face of trading card game in Australia for Twitch, for streamers, for content creators. You're gonna be like,
It's a
yo,
thing that needs to. Personally, it's
I
a
know
thing that needs
this
to
will
happen.
be way ahead of its time, and you're gonna
I think
innovate.
so.
Now, guys, we have a great show tonight. We have the talented Beau Jay joining us for an interview and some little cheeky games after. Let's get him on the line. Let's get him amongst the guys. G'day, champion. How are you, mate?
What's happening, mate?
Not much, just chilling, just killing. You know what it is. How's your day? How's your week been?
Stressful.
Stressful. Why is that, mate?
Stressful, mate. I'm trying to get ready. I'm going overseas, so
That's right. That's right.
I am getting a whole heap of stuff together, trying to balance that with life here and design stuff I got going on here and everything. And then, yeah, so
Nice.
been a pain. How about you?
Nice. Well, I'll get into your intro first, and then
Yeah,
we'll
go
get
for it.
into the interview. He is a resident DJ at Paradise Club, Mykonos. He is also a very talented trading card designer who has worked independently with former and current WWE, AEW, and indie pro wrestlers. Loves a bit of Apex, and has 864 followers on Instagram. It's
Oh,
the one, the only, Beau Jay.
mate, I'm smashing the Instagram followers, aren't I?
Fucking killing it. You got more than me.
I'm just 800 and something. Ooh,
864 specifically.
see, I don't even know because I don't keep up. But
Even after I
jeez,
followed
mate.
you.
I'm at influencer status right now.
You
You
are.
know what I mean?
I think anything above 500 is like you're making it. You're
Yeah,
killing
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for beer companies to hit me up. You know,
Fuck yeah.
can't wait.
Is that your goal? Like get sponsored by a beer company?
Not at all. I'm not. I'm like I've got nothing against influencers and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff, but I don't want a bar of pay me to post this and all that. No.
Oh yeah, no hashtag ad.
Hashtag I like to design stuff. Just look at that instead.
There we go. Nice.
You know what
Well, you mentioned you're packing and you're getting ready to head overseas. I saw on Twitter that you are heading over to Greece this week.
Yeah.
To DJ.
Yep.
First time in how long?
I haven't been there since 2019. So
2019.
Because, COVID hit and everything. So I've been stuck here, which is how everything else came about. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been back in 2 years, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be exciting. I'm hearing that it's already busy and everything, so it's gonna be great. Yeah.
Awesome. So when did you actually start DJing?
What year are we in?
2022.
This is like kind of discreet way of asking how old I am, isn't it?
Not really. 21.
Happy 18th birthday.
Very nice.
I started when I was 15, so
Cool.
19 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my first ever gig was it was an underage club.
Classic.
Back in the day, they used to run all the underage clubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played in a suburb called Northcote in the north of Melbourne.
Cool.
And yeah, it's actually funny. Someone that's in your chat right now, Shawnee, I think you say Sean Caulfield.
Yep.
I was telling him this exact story either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember.
Nice. So you had
I was telling him the same story, and it was so shout out Shawnee, he's a legend.
Hey, we got Poker Samby. He says, "Hey, I'm in Thornbury."
Thornbury.
Next door neighbors.
No, so I was originally from the north. I grew up in Epping.
Cool.
So a lot of the places that I played at when I was younger was there. My first gig was in Northcote at a place called Vanilla Nightclub. It's not there anymore. It's something else. And then, everything just kind of took off after that. I met a few people that we ended up making a little DJ crew together, and we played a whole heap of underage festivals and stuff like that. And then now I'm gonna say something now that I've never actually said to anyone.
Oh, this is
So
a PHILMYSTER exclusive.
this actually is.
Very
I've
nice.
never uttered these
All
words
right, here we go.
publicly ever in my life.
Yep.
So I actually then was a part of a duo. I founded a DJ duo, which basically was my life for 5 years. It was called.
Yep.
And we wore masks and we did our gigs and all the rest of it. And yeah, that was probably when the career properly kicked off. And then after that,
Nice.
I we got to tour everywhere. We toured America, did parts of Asia, we did Australia, all of Australia, America again. It was yeah. So that was really cool. We went to obscure places like Mongolia and stuff like that as well. That was pretty interesting.
Cool.
And that was it. Then a time came where my mother actually went over to Greece on a holiday, and she was in Mykonos
Yep.
and got chatting with one of the owners at the club. And basically, long story short, she got me the gig in Mykonos.
Oh, damn. You have your own agent. Your mum.
Technically, yeah, finder's fee coming in. You know, so
Yeah.
but yeah, and now it's funny because every time I leave, she gets upset, but she's the one that got me the job.
Yeah, it's like, it's your fault, mum.
It's like, dude, what's going on here?
Come on, what
So
kind of manager
yeah,
are you?
that's a real short story as to
Yeah.
how that all came about. You know,
Nice. Nah, I appreciate that. It's a nice little cheeky summary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good exclusive for the channel as well. Definitely milk that one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we replay that one. We nobody clipped that shit. You know.
Yeah. Look. We'll probably do it put in the highlights. I'll probably research it after this. Cool. Nah, appreciate that. So I've got a couple questions here, but I guess for everyone out there that's watching, that might not know much, can you give us a summary of who you are and what you're about, for those that don't know who you are?
Just a guy. No,
Just a guy from Melbourne.
Just a guy from Melbourne. No, I'm just basically my entire life has just been music. I mean, I'm big into football, as in soccer. I hate using that word, but
Yep.
you know,
Football.
I like football. You know, it's nice. Can we call it? We'll call it wogball, whatever, right? So yeah, big into football. I'm a massive Chelsea supporter.
Cool.
I play games, so I'm big on FIFA. Not so much at the moment, FIFA. I'm more so into Apex than I've ever been before.
Yeah.
So we know you love that. So
Yes,
well,
I do.
we've spoken about that many times, but actually no, we've played together. What the
We've
hell?
played Arena together, yes. We got amongst it.
We did.
That was
we
when
did.
I was a bit new, but slightly getting better. Look,
Yeah.
let's just say
We're gonna have to go again.
we're gonna have to go again. We could even play
Yeah.
tonight if you really want.
We could. I do actually. On a side note, I
It's
need
a-
a third later for ranked.
It's
so-
the guest requests a game, and I make a suggestion if you want to play like Scribble.io or something, like a little fun game. But maybe we can opt for Apex at the end. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. We can. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about it.
But yeah, like this season, or last season, season 12, I feel like I dedicated more time to Apex, so I didn't play like a couple of different games a week. So I feel like I got better. Plus,
you do, man. Of course.
I played Valk, so I switched to Valk, and I just played so much better.
She's fun, right?
She's so good.
So much
My
fun to
favorite.
play. She's like Octane. You know, you just zip about.
Yep. And someone told me play Octane in chat. Like I was trying to finish my battle pass last season.
Yeah.
And they're like, play Octane, because it was like play Bangalore, Octane, or whatever, and with 12 games, and you get like 10 stars.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me play Octane.
because that was part of the quest thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, inject, run. I'm like, what the
How
heck?
good is it?
This guy's on speed. This guy's
so
crack
much
fiend.
fun, dude. He's
I get
awesome.
a wingman, pop, run out wingman. I'm like, dude, I'm not even good with the wingman. So I was like, just getting excited.
Great pushing character. You can just get up in their face and then leave real quick.
Yeah.
So
nah,
other than that, man, like
enjoying it.
I just design, man. That's all I do in my spare time. Design. I've dipped into the wrestling scene now.
Yep.
That's how I met Shawnee actually, and Uh, I've as of the last 2 years, at the start of COVID, I
Yeah.
taught myself how to design. I always kind of was, interested in it. I was infatuated by what some of my design mates um, used to do and come up with in terms of flyers for clubs and all that sort of shit. And I never knew how to do any of that. So I just self-taught myself everything with the help of a couple of my mates who are really, really good designers.
Yeah, nice.
Um, and then I was like, well, hang on. I'm going to get into trading cards. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that story is a story in itself. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's basically who I am, man. That's it.
nice.
You
So
know.
what apps do you use when you're designing?
I'm using Photoshop and Illustrator. That's it. That's
Cool.
all I use. So, um, I taught myself over probably about a year and a half
Yep.
before I actually like I designed stuff in that time, but then afterwards, um, I wasn't really confident to put any of my work out because I always sat there and I compared my stuff to everybody else and I was
Yeah.
like, well, mine's not at a standard that someone would be like, hey, that's pretty cool. So I was like, nah, stuff this. So I'll just wait. And then one day I thought, all right, I think now I'm at a point where I can start sharing what I've done, and that was it. So
Yep. No, I've seen your stuff, man. It looks really good. It looks like
thank you.
super professional. I wouldn't tell it's a person doing it that's taught themselves. I'd be like, oh shit, this is a cool card. Flip it
No, I
around.
appreciate that, man.
Um,
I'm still real far off where I want to be.
yep.
Um, but being self-taught, there's still a lot that I don't know how to do, but I'll get there eventually. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, with card design, you don't have to go too crazy. I'm not designing, you know, billboards and all this sort of stuff or anything that's like heavily intricate and
Yeah.
all that. At the end of the day, it still needs to look good as a card. So you don't want to overpower it too much. So in terms of that transfers over to what my skills are. I don't need to know everything under the sun for Photoshop to do what I need to do.
Oh, of
So
course.
so it's perfect for me, like what I've taught myself so far has been enough. And then when I want to go the next level, we'll go the next level. So I got some stuff coming up in the next 2 months. I've got a
Nice.
couple of official releases coming out, and then a couple of
Any PHILMYSTER exclusives you can drop, or is that hush hush at the moment?
uh yeah, I better not the official ones. No,
All right, we'll keep it under
I'll
wraps.
I'll say one's a wrestler. I can say
Cool.
that one's
Nice.
definitely a pro wrestler over in America,
Oh
and
snap!
and and I guess the other one, the most I can say is an actor. That's it.
Here we go. A
That's
wrestler and
all.
an actor, guys. Stay tuned for
That's
that.
that's that's all I can say. I can't say anything else.
Nah, I
Um,
appreciate that.
Only because not everything has been finalized. So if I say it here, then
Yeah. Nah,
obviously,
of course, of course.
you know what I mean.
Gotta
So
cover your ass.
that's it.
Um, as for the design, how do you sort of approach a design? Do you have a template where you're like, all right, here's what the card sort of setup is, or do you just start from scratch, whatever you sort of think about?
Every single card's from scratch.
Damn.
Every
So
every
you,
single one.
I'm comparing it to
And
like Pokemon, how Pokemon card is set
yeah, it's a
specifically.
template.
Yeah.
If I'm doing a set of cards, then obviously you make one design and that'll be your template for the rest.
Yep.
Change your details, change your images, and all the rest of it. That's cool. That's how I do that. But the stuff that I'm putting on my Instagram and the stuff that I'm doing for these wrestlers overseas and stuff, and the ones coming up and all that, my aim is to not have every card look the same.
Yep.
I couldn't stand that. Like, and at the same time, I don't, because I've been collecting cards for a long time as well. I've taken a bit of a break at the moment, but the last thing I want is someone to be like, hang on, he's just gone and changed what was in the last release. It
Yeah.
looks exactly the same as the last card, just a different name and a different
Hey, isn't
person.
this an NFT? Nah, that sort of stuff. It's like they just
Oh yeah,
put a
yeah,
skin on something, so
exactly right.
ridiculous.
And I'm just like, mate, I don't want my stuff to look exactly the same as every single other card that I've put out.
Yeah.
So once I put that card out, that's it. You don't see that design ever again. And the good thing about that is anyone that purchases them, um, it truly is,
One
what
of
it
a
is. It's
kind.
one of a kind
Yeah.
from that release, and you'll never see it again.
Far
You
out.
know, and I guess part of that is that I don't design for a Panini or Tops or anything where you have to make the same card over and over.
Yeah.
So being a freelance designer and just independently working with people, um, another thing you keep in mind is like, say, for example, I approach you, I do a card for you, and then I approach someone else and I say, okay, here's what I did for him. That other person's not going to want what you had. You
Yeah.
know, they're going to want a whole new design. So then I thought, all right, well, I'm just going to do my own thing, and hopefully people like it, and just make sure it's all fresh every time.
Nice. Nah, it's cool.
It makes the process a little bit longer because then I sit in front of a blank canvas for like,
Yeah.
a good 20 minutes playing around with things, going, okay, that's not going to work. That's not good. But I'm kind of used to that because through music production back in the day, it was the same. You just have a blank canvas and a kick drum. And then I'm like, all right, now what? I'm like, where am I going with this? I don't even have an idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have an idea and you kind of have, you know, base, a base to work with.
Yep.
But you take things out and you add things and you move this here and all the rest of it. And then eventually it'll come together. But 9 times out of 10, I don't know what the hell I'm doing to start with.
Cool. Sorry,
That is
my
definitely
wife's
not
got.
me crying, by
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way.
yeah. My wife's trying to put the kids to
Yeah.
bed, and I'm just checking my messages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's
See,
definitely.
she sent me a message
I'm not a
20 minutes ago,
ventriloquist.
but I had kicked off then. Soz. All good. So yeah, as for the music, like comparing it to your designing stuff,
Hmm.
what's your? I wouldn't say what's your favorite out of the two, but it's like creative wise, how would you compare the two? Where you're like you're doing your DJ stuff separately, you're doing your design stuff separately. Your creative process, is it similar in sort of both aspects? How does that work?
Uh, in terms of difficulty, I found music harder.
Yep.
Um, I found music way harder because I couldn't. That's just a personal thing for me. I couldn't find the inspiration and the motivation to produce music like other artists would.
Yep.
Whereas when I came to creating cards, whether it's for sports related or any person that I'm doing cards for, any people or anything, um, I don't know. My mind seemed to just run a bit more wild with ideas, so I found it a lot easier to do that than I did making music.
Yeah.
But then my creative process when it comes to an actual DJ show and what I'm going to do on stage or in the booth or wherever it might be, even that I find that easier than music production.
Yeah.
So for me, music production, I loved it. I wasn't the best at it. I'm the first to put my hand up like that. I made a few tracks that got played out and all that sort of stuff, but they're so bad.
Yep.
Like I look back on what I made back in the day, and people are still playing them now, and I'm like, dude, they're so horrible. But trust me, man. Like back then, okay, music wasn't as complex as it is now, and technology wasn't as good and all the rest of it. But dude, some of this stuff is just so horrible. And then I look back on it and I'm like, man, that I would never play that. Even if you paid me, I wouldn't play that again.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just, production. I liked it, but it wasn't really going to be my thing. Like some of these other artists that, these world-class artists that love producing and the ideas come to them and all that. I never really had that.
Yeah.
So I liked being on stage and I liked the technical aspect of DJing itself, all the different tricks you can do with decks and, multiple decks and what you can do with different mixes and all that. That had more appeal to me than anything else. So
Yeah. You
but
like
with
chopping it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
so with card design and that, I don't know. It just comes to me a lot easier than music ever did, which is not a bad thing, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Nice. I did try producing music
Yeah,
around 6 years ago now.
yeah.
So I used what is it called? Studio 1.3 or I can't remember. Let me Google it. It's on my computer.
Not I
Studio
used
1.3.
Ableton.
Yeah,
But,
Studio
okay,
1.3.
I'm not sure what that is.
It's just basically another, I don't know, DAW. What would you call it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought, or my wife bought, a MIDI
Yeah.
keyboard from Aldi,
Yes.
and it came with that software for free.
Oh, nice.
So I
Okay,
was
so that's
like,
why.
cool. But it's like a cut down version. So it's like there's that version, and then you pay like
Yeah.
the next one up is like a bit more premium.
Yeah,
So
got you.
it's
Right.
not a free version. It's like in between free and like premium.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
was thinking, so I literally went in there and just tried to put songs together with samples.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
And
so just to make like a
loops.
mix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I tried to make hip hop tracks, and it was really hard, but I found it really easy to make EDM tracks. Just like,
So there you go. The same question you just asked me. You found
yeah,
one thing easier than the other. You know, your mind worked different.
yeah. But it was like
Yeah.
I couldn't. You'd play literally every single loop, sample, no, yes, no, put it together, and I'd make like 5 different songs in one song
Yeah.
because I'm putting all these different loops together
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
works and
Yeah.
what doesn't. So I'd made like a little.
Dude, did you ever? I don't know. For me, this happened all the time, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it happens for other people. Where you just, I would sit there and listen to a clap, or listen to a hi hat, or a kick drum, or one riff that I've made
A billion times.
minimum 100 times before I'm like, okay, now I like it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and someone's listening to you listening to this clap over and over again.
Yeah,
My
it's like this
neighbors are like,
guy's
"What the
mental.
hell is this clap 400 times next door?" I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Mate,
gosh.
if you had my ear, you'd hear that this is wrong, but you just hear a clap, you know?"
Yeah,
Like, so,
exactly.
and I think that's what really, like, going back to what you said before, like, that's what I hated about music. Like, I'd have to get everything so perfect, each element of a track. Whereas with design, because anti-design, if you know what that is, anti-design is really popular right now.
So it's
So
like not perfect? Like, what do you mean?
correct, yeah. So if you're designing a card, for example, and the text really should be in the middle, so it all evens out, you put it a little bit to the side. Okay, people with OCD are gonna hate that, but that's trending. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
things that are a little off and a little bit turned that
Nice.
way, and it doesn't really make sense to be there, but it does. And with music, it kind of, if you do something like that, it's gonna sound off, and I think that's what I,
Ah, yeah, yeah, that's true. With
yeah,
design, you can pretty much do anything you want. With
yeah, that's
music,
right.
it has to sound right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, music still has to sound playable in a
Yeah,
club, or a festival or wherever you're going to play.
yeah.
Whereas with design, it was more a case of just do whatever you think looks good, and then there's going to be one out of the billions of people in this world that goes, "That's awesome."
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
Like, I
that's
really
how I see
wanted
it.
to do it. Nah, I really wanted to do it, but yeah, I found it really hard
Mm,
and very time consuming. It's like, I'd
yeah,
make something that I'd like, and then I'm like, how the fuck do I make this better? Like,
yeah.
I don't know anything about mixing audio and mastering and all this other shit. So I asked one of
That's a
these
whole no.
guys.
That's a whole nother art. That is
I
mastering
know.
and mixing
I'm
down and
just
all that
like,
stuff. That's everything else.
I'm like, do I send it to someone and does he just fix it? Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to it, and I think after a while, like if your heart's not in it, just don't do it. That's
Yeah.
it. You know.
Nah, for me, I was just like, I like it. So, like, a little back history. I was a kid. When I was a kid, I did keyboard lessons. My mum made
Yeah.
me do kids on keyboards in primary
Hmm.
school.
Good thing.
And yeah, I can't say I hated it, but it was just like, I feel like I got forced to do it. So
Yeah, I went through that a bit with guitar with my dad. Yeah.
I, I don't know. I couldn't read music.
Okay.
I just, nah, just give me the tabs, give me the whatever it is, and I'll play
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah.
Or I'd know what it sounded like, so I'd press the keys until I knew it sounded exactly like the song. So I did it
Yeah.
like,
To play by ear. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
played it by ear, and I was just like, nah.
That's a skill in itself. You know that, right?
People
Like,
say that, but I'm
it,
just like, it's so weird.
it's true though, because like, if someone can listen to a track and just go and play it off listening to it after 5-10 seconds,
It takes
that's
forever
that's
though.
insane.
Yeah, it takes like so long to figure out what it sounds like when you're playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Of course.
but yeah, like I stopped that and I did it again, like maybe a couple years later. So I was in primary school, then I was in high school, and I did it, but it was like so different. I can't remember
Mhm.
the lessons, but it's like I have to sound it out, like what it looked like on the notes. It's like do do
Right.
do, break, rest, da da da, and then it's like the timing. I had to like speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
I don't know what
understand.
it's called, like ta ta ti break, and then I had to say it.
Yeah.
Can't remember, like, but that was like super. I don't know, like theory. I felt like if for me, I didn't like theory. Like I just like to be
Theory's
creative.
boring, honestly, but it's so
But I don't
important
know
as
what
well.
that was. It was like you're practicing with your mouth,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
you're reading,
yeah,
talking it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Of
like,
course.
just give me the. I'm gonna swear, give me the fucking tab. Like,
I
just
had to
tell
do
me.
this. I did the same with drums, man. They used to make me. Well, I played drums for I think it was 6 years,
Yeah,
something like that. I think.
man,
Um,
I wanted to play drums
Same
so long,
thing,
eh?
man. Like it was just they used to make you at the very beginning, until you could just jump on and know what you're doing. It was sound everything out and say what you're gonna play and all this. I'm like, man, I don't want to do any of that.
Just
Thanks.
give me the song and
Give me
I'm
the
just gonna
music. I
play
can
it.
read the
Just
music.
fucking
It's
let
fine.
me. I just like give me the sticks and I'll just mess around. I love just
Yeah.
picking up an instrument and just like I'd create like little like on my keyboard. I'd create like little songs. I record it in the keyboard and I just start playing it and I was like, oh whatever. I was like messing around with all the different music and instruments.
Yeah.
Same in high school. In high school, you do music. You play guitar. You play drums. Oh, can I play the drums? Oh, let me, and you just jump around and mess around.
Yeah.
And
Exactly right.
and then when I was in high school, I learned guitar tabs and I wanted to play guitar because like guitar's cool. It's sexy. It's fucking sweet as man. I'm a rock star. Yeah, fucking hell. And it's like yeah, but I looked up guitar tabs again. Couldn't read music. I'm like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
it's too difficult. Just give me the tab. Yep, you put your fingers here, you play it.
yeah,
I can play Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
yeah. Oh,
I remember that
champ,
off by heart.
absolute
If anyone
champ.
gives me the guitar, that's the one that I think I remember. I used to like try play bass on it. So I used to practice and like I do a lot of music stuff as well. So
So you should see. Do you still have a guitar now?
I want to get one. I want to
I
get
was
an
gonna say
acoustic
you should
guitar.
have in your points redemptions redeem a song.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna write that down right now.
Redeem a song and you play X amount out of that song or the full song, whatever it is. There's someone else that does that. There's a girl that I watch that plays Apex, and
Yeah.
she has that as well. She plays ukulele. She's actually really good.
I probably would only remember how to play one song, so maybe I'd have to like learn two more off tabs, like the chorus, the main part. That's a good idea. No, I
Yeah,
appreciate
you'd
that.
have to. Yeah, you got to get the library going for something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
100%.
like I like 30 Seconds to Mars. I
Mm-hmm.
still like them. Like I like playing like certain like trying certain things.
Yep.
But yeah, like I'm a creative person, so I don't know if you know I'm a creative person. I've done like I didn't do all this, but like I learned how to do After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator, similar to
Yep.
yourself, on my own to
The best.
fix up scenes and so my friend, she helped me with the background here.
Okay. Yeah,
I
it looks insane.
I honestly don't even remember what I asked her. I just said, "Look, I like red, black, and white,
Right.
and I want this to be like this." I don't know why my camera keeps autofocusing. Stop it. And then she just sent this to me one day. I'm like, "Holy shit! What the fuck do you do?" I'm like, "This is dope."
Hey, wait, we're talking about the background, or we're talking about what's behind you?
What's behind the background? So like,
Okay. Yeah.
not the
Gotcha.
Jimmy Fallon set, not the
Yeah,
Tonight
the
Show
Jimmy
set.
Fallon thing. That's what I thought you meant. I'm like that's insane. I mean, your background looks good too, but I'm looking at this
Oh
talk
yeah,
show, late night show thing,
yeah,
and
this
it's
is the
unreal.
late night. This is basically the Tonight Show of Australia. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much why I use that.
it's really cool. I like it.
um, but yeah, I got a green screen. I need to light it better because it's coming a bit grainy. So that's like a future upgrade.
Yeah.
It's a budget show, so I mean,
Hey,
we're
in
working
time,
towards a
man,
goal.
it's gonna look insane.
Well, that's why I was like, I wanted to do the show. Let's just fucking do it, and we'll
Yeah,
upgrade and improve along the way.
of course. Best way to do it, man.
But yeah, like as I was saying, like so I'm a creative person, so I like doing the creative stuff. And with the Photoshop and design stuff in school, I
Mm,
actually learned how to. I did a course, a vet course, they called it, because
yep.
I went to it in the holidays. I went to do the course. So I did a Cert
Okay.
3 or Cert 4 in multimedia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one
So
thing I regret not doing at school. If I knew this is where I'd be at now, that I would have done the same, something like that.
yeah, so I did that in high school across 2 years maybe, and it was
Yeah.
in school holidays. So I didn't have holidays. Um, and it was Photoshop. I don't know if Illustrator was out back then.
Mhm.
Flash animation, 3D
Oh wow,
animation,
Flash. Holy
Dreamweaver.
shit.
Yeah.
I remember we used to there was one class with IT and that excuse me, one of the projects was make a Flash game. and they just give you the book on how to do it all, and you have to make this like stick figure game on
Yep.
flashes. Dude, and back then you were like, holy crap, this is the best game I've ever played.
Oh man, I wish I could find my animations where it was like stick figure playing basketball, throwing the ball, a car drive.
Yeah,
It
all
was
that. Yeah, oh, dude, that was the
so
best. That
classic.
was so cool.
And it was funny because after I did the course, I knew how to do Photoshop. We had an English assignment, create a poster for can't remember what play it was. Create a poster for this play, and I'm like, and I did all the assignment for like 10 people. I should have charged money, but I didn't. I just like doing it. I'm like, this
Are you
is so
still
fucking easy.
designing now, or no? You finished?
Designing.
Like,
What do you mean?
do you just dabble in Photoshop now, or no?
Yeah, now I just dabble. So it's more for my YouTube. So this P logo I've got. I don't know if you can see on my stream.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
got that off. What is it called? Adobe Stock.
Stock. Yeah.
Yeah. And I legit saw that on Google. I just typed in P logo because I was like, oh, I want to get a logo that where you see it, you know it's me.
Yep.
So I legit just was like, I was like, oh, that P looks good. That P looks good. And then I was like, this looks really nice, but I don't know where it's from. And then I went, oh, let me go into stock, and I typed in P logo again, and I found it. And I just changed the color of the red tip to suit my color. I'm like, we're done.
Just
so
the
I
tip,
didn't have to,
yeah?
just the tip. Oh, just the tip.
Just a bit of the tip.
Nah, I mean. So yeah, like I'm just trying to
nice,
basically
man, it looks good.
update my whole overlays to my style and color scheme. So it's been a slow process, but like my Twitch intro, I learned how to do 3D animation, 3D font and text in After Effects.
Yeah,
that was hard. Doing animation in itself in there, I nearly gave up After Effects because I got so pissed off because following the guides, it never worked. I'm like, how does that menu do that when it doesn't even look the same on my end?
Yeah, no, I've never
hard.
dabbled in video editing or anything like that because it looks. I mean, everything looks hard when you first look at it, but
yeah, that's what she said.
I wouldn't even have the time, to be honest, as well. Like
Yeah.
with everything else, there's just no chance.
Mate, I've got 2 kids, full-time job, and I'm just like, this is fucked. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
All right, you probably got less time than me, but
Well, yeah, no, like, I like this stuff. So yeah, like I was saying, like, I feel like, yeah, you're right. With the design, it's a bit easier. You're anal in a way, like you're a perfectionist in your own way, but like,
you have to be to some extent. You have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, after a point, it's like, oh, like you said, you became confident with your cards and your designs. You have to start just pushing things out. So like, even with my YouTube videos, I was just like, it sucks or it's not great, but it's a start. And then every single video, it's like you improve one bit here and there. I think
it's cool, man, because down the track, it's something you can look at and go, okay, this is how far I've come.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if it's the best from the start, yeah, okay, the quality is going to be amazing and all the rest of it. But I don't know. I feel like that story, looking back on, okay, I did this a year ago. Now I did this now. How's it compare? And it looks unreal. You know.
Well, I was thinking, because I started YouTube 2 years ago at the end of this month. I was thinking of doing a React video to my to my YouTube. I'm like,
exactly right. That's what I mean by going back.
And then maybe recreating it from scratch as like a today in my style and in my funny memes and voices and shit instead of like nervous Nelly style. Yeah, no, that's kind of like my backstory in the like, I guess, arts and designs and music. So I guess we got a little thing in common there. But yeah, I'll also give people a little cheeky backstory to how we met because I didn't mention this earlier. So I started streaming in. Hey, Sarah Meister, how you going? Welcome to the stream. I started streaming in 2022, so I think it was end of May or June. Start of June, can't remember. And then basically one thing led to another. I came across this guy's channel. I don't know if you know him, Rebel AU. Basically, this guy's playing Call of Duty Warzone. And I found him through another streamer, I think Gretzy maybe, or someone else, can't remember. And basically he said, oh, we got to talking. He's like, oh, you're Macedonian or something. And he's like, oh, I've got a Macedonian friend. And who is it? Our friend here, Beau Jay. So this guy comes into the chat and we just start talking shit to each other. And that's
I remember that. I still remember it. It was funny.
That's pretty much how it started. So we talked to each other, I think in Macedonian a little bit. I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
couldn't like yeah, because you don't meet someone on especially like, in real life, yeah, like in reality, of course, but through gaming and all that in streams, it's just I've never bumped into anyone that is, and I was like, oh, all right, there's a talking point. So
Yeah, no, it was cool. And then yeah,
next thing you know, 2 weeks later, we were playing Apex.
yeah, pretty much we had like, oh, do you? Because I think I said, oh, I like Apex. Well, I can't remember what
It must have been.
it was. It
It
was
was.
Apex
It
or
was
Macedonian,
actually.
something like
No, no,
that.
no. It was because uh we started talking about Apex because he was playing COD and someone suggested Apex or something. You said you play, and I said, "Oi, we should link up."
I think that was last year because I didn't play Apex until last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, at some point, yeah, at some point in the chat, that
Yeah, yeah.
definitely did happen. Yeah,
So
that's
we
right.
we we knew each other for like a few months. So also Rebel was the one that told me to get a Twitter. Funny story. I never had Twitter,
Okay.
and he's like, "Oh, you should get Twitter because people on Twitch, they sort of network and then they tag people when you
That's
raid
right.
them and stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool."
Mm.
And I was like, "Fuck, I'll never get a Twitter," and then I got a Twitter, and that's like one of the main things I use right these days. It's
There you go.
crazy.
I've known Rebs. So Rebs was that's his DJ name, right?
Really?
Yeah.
So he's a
So
DJ.
yes. So he was that little DJ crew I told you about earlier.
No
Um,
way.
he was in that with me. So there
Crazy.
was me, there was him, and there was about four other guys, and we were called
The United DJs.
United DJs, right? We had jackets, we had t-shirts, we had everything, like, and uh, our first ever gig under the United DJs name was at a festival, but we also opened for. Do you know the DJ Fonzarelli?
Oh, it
You
rings a
know the
bell, but not
song.
really.
You know the song Moonlight Disco?
Oh, it rings a bell. I might have to play it, but I
You
can't play
might.
it. Copyright. Yeah.
No, you can't. But I'll play. Sorry,
Se-
Moonlight Party, not Moonlight Disco.
send me a clip later.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
yeah, yeah, I
check your
will.
link.
We opened for him, and then after that, we all just became really, really good buds and everything. I've known Rebs for since I was 16.
Far out.
Yeah, and then we didn't talk for a while because he was off doing his life thing. I was off doing my thing, and then no bad blood or anything. We just hadn't spoken. You
Yeah,
were distanced by life. Um, and then in the last 4 years, we've kind of like reconnected and everything. It's been really, really good. And I didn't know his streams. I didn't know any of that. So that was really, really cool to see. And the funniest thing was, I just randomly bumped into his channel because I was watching my mate playing COD,
yeah,
and the recommendeds.
yeah, yeah.
At that time, he must have got raided or something. There must have been 100, 200 people in there or something. So he was, in these recommendeds for me because he's Aussie and
Nice.
all that as well. And I saw Rebel AU, and I'm like, the little picture, I'm like, that looks real familiar, yeah. And I clicked it, and this is how we reconnected because I hadn't seen him in so long. And I clicked this thing, and I see him there, and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at here? Right? I'm like, are you serious right now? And I always knew, like, for years and years and years, he's always been, a big gamer and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff. Like, he was big on CS:GO and PUBG. He was massive into PUBG and all that. So, yeah, that's how we connected. It was absolutely insane.
that's
And
crazy.
then it's funny the way I met you, and then knew about your stream and all that was the exact same way I've met probably 4 or 5 other people in the last 3-4 years, and I've never met any of them in person.
I know how crazy is that,
So I'll tell you a quick story actually on that. We got time, don't we?
mate? Just talk as long as you want.
We got time. Um,
There's no timer on this.
there was this lad. I used to run a football group on Facebook, and it got to something like 10,000 members or something like that. And there was a bunch of guys that we all started playing pro clubs with on FIFA. And there was one guy particularly in there. His name is Renner, and we started playing pro clubs, and we're playing Apex together and all this sort of shit. And we just really clicked when it came to FIFA.
Yep.
Like, we just understood each other's games so well and all the rest. Anyway, we got to for co-op on FIFA. So if for those that don't know what co-op is, it's where two of you control the whole team and you play against
Oh,
two other
yep,
people wherever
yep.
they are, right, in the world. Um, and well, in Asia, so with Australia and Asia. And we got to as far as number 4 in the world for co-op.
What?
hadn't met each other, just played games.
Yeah.
That's all we ever did, and we were just grinding FIFA daily, daily, daily
Far out.
until one day we checked the top 100 in the world and nearly fell off our seat because we're like, what the hell?
That's
And
crazy.
it said number 67 or 8, something like that.
In
We're like,
the
well, we got to keep going. Do we
Yeah,
not
yeah.
try and rank ourselves up? We ended up getting the highest we ever got was number 4, and then I think we sat at number 11 for a good 2 weeks.
Yep.
We just couldn't get any further because there was so many good players and all this sort of stuff. And then we actually had we had a chat. We're like, do we try and like play competitively and all this sort of stuff? We just couldn't be bothered.
Do you
We're
go
just like,
pro?
yeah, we thought about it, and then we just thought, nah, I'm not gonna. Oh, what?
Bocap. Hey, Shrimpy, how are you, mate?
Shrimpy Mel? Is that the Apex streamer?
Fuck yeah.
Shrimpy Melon? I swear it is.
Yes, it
I watched
is.
that guy.
Big Shrimpy.
I think I watched. I found out about Shrimpy through one of my favorite streamers for Apex, Les Aimbot. I don't know if you watch
Yep.
Les Aimbot.
I know Les Aimbot.
Yeah, so
Legends,
Les
mate.
is an absolute freaking champion. But then I found out about Shrimpy. I went over to his stream,
They're
and
all
he was
cracked.
wearing a suit like you.
Yep.
I was like, "What's this guy all dressed up to play Apex for, man? Like, he's actually a weapon." But
Yeah.
anyway,
Aren't you
pretty
at a
cool.
wedding, Shrimpy? What's going on, mate? You came home early. Classic.
But yeah, that was insane. And then we were just, all right, we'll give up on the old FIFA and just play it casually. And then we just started thumping Apex, and
Nice.
it hasn't stopped since.
That's a good segue to the next question, mate. Good
Yeah.
segue.
What are we doing?
How are you finding this season so far? Do you like it? How much have you played?
This one now, 13.
Dad Gamers United. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Well,
I haven't tried Newcastle, but as a defensive character, incredibly useful. I think. Look, I don't like Storm Point as a map. I think it's. I don't like it. I don't like how they made it.
you know
There's
what's funny?
couple cool areas, but
Yeah.
that new area, the armory things they brought in is really cool.
Yeah, I
like
haven't
that.
tried that yet.
Really cool. There's a glitch with Ash that you can look up, and you'll see how to get in the armory whilst people are in there. Don't know if it's patched yet, but that's freaking funny. TSM were doing it the other day. It was funny as shit. And
Cool.
Waltzy, I don't know if you what's he call it? If you watch Waltzy, but he got into this armory by using an Ash ult the other day, which was funny as shit. But Storm Point, I don't know. I really don't like that map.
Yeah.
And we've got it for another 4 days on.
Yeah, it's pretty much the whole week non-stop.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm
haven't
playing
tried.
ranked at the moment, and I've never
Yep.
played ranked in my life.
Never.
So I've never had.
Far out.
I've never wanted to play ranked because
It's so sweaty.
I'm such a just run in and fight sort of guy, and then
Yeah.
with rank you have to be a bit more strategic. And this, I'm just like, man, I'm such a casual player. I just want to fire off at people and just have fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Feels like
But
casual.
now we just started, as of literally today, we started playing ranked just to see how far we can get. And I don't have a lot of time because I'm leaving soon to go overseas. So, but just for a bit of fun,
Correct.
it gets it. Like, I don't know, it gets the blood pumping because you're actually playing for something.
Mate,
Like, it's
I
not
think
money, but
I
it's
make
for
the
points,
I made
you
the
know?
worst. Just I wouldn't say worst. I made a bad choice
Mm.
of like I just want to play for 20 to 45 minutes right before bed.
Never stopped.
No, I played right before bed, but I'm like, why the fuck does this person play a competitive game? And then you fucking, what are you going over here? And I don't say this to them, but I talk. I'm like, if you pushed with me, we could have got them.
Yeah.
I'm playing with my little sister. I'm just like,
I mean,
I'm just holding it in, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool, I'm calm. And then I'm like, okay, bye. And then I'm like, why the fuck would you play a competitive game with your little sister? And I'm the one here trying to rank up. Like, I wasn't playing ranked. I'm playing pubs.
You got to understand another thing. Just because it's ranked, that to some people means absolutely nothing. Like, I'll be honest. To me, you're ranking up in a video game that there's absolutely nothing to play for, really.
Yeah,
It's
so
just points in
Shrimpy's
a
just
game.
said pubs, you get nothing out of it. Ranked, there's something on the line. That's
Which, okay, there is, but it's still in the video game. Like, I'm not playing for $50,000 over here. You know what I mean?
You should be.
Like,
you're that good.
To someone, like, I know a mate that plays ranked, and if he gets D ranked like in this new system or something, he just wouldn't give a crap. Like
Yeah.
if you went negative in a game, he wouldn't give a crap because yeah, he's playing ranked. He wants to get better and get further in the game and that. But at the same time, he's just like, so what? All right, we lost. Big deal. Play the next one.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of people have that sort of mentality. Like tonight, we only, you know, I think I ranked up once because we died so many times. And that's just part of the fun, I guess. I don't really care whether I rank up or not. It's just
I think
a different kind of environment.
Yeah, I
But
think
then
if
some
you're
people take it
vibing,
really seriously, you know? So
I think if you're vibing out with a crew, it's not as bad. But if you're playing solo, you just like fucking rage quit. So I can't. So this.
you can't quit that.
So last season I got to gold on both splits. That was the first time I got to gold. That was my goal.
Yeah.
I got to silver before that. It's just so much commitment. Like you're saying, you don't have enough time.
Yeah, I don't.
And
But
then,
for streamers, it's different because, you know, they pride themselves on, you know, getting further up. And then, mate, some streamers, you know, are looking for teams as well.
Yep.
You know, they're trying to get better ranks and stuff like that so that they can get noticed. You know, I know a lot of streamers in the past that are, you know, household names now. Back in the day, they were streaming ranked games and whatever else and getting to masters and pred and diamond and whatever the hell else, mainly pred, you know.
Yep.
And then you start to get noticed. They're like, okay, wow, this guy's at pred and he's ranked this in the world and all that. Then you start getting to play with, like, look at Jen Burton, for example, right? Jen Burton, nobody knew who he was when he first started streaming and all that and whatever else. But then this guy's hitting pred. He's absolute aimbot. The guy's a beast. Then he starts getting invited to play with the TSM guys, with the Scars guys, with, you know, NRG guys and all that. And he made a name for himself. So I can understand if people, you know, take rank seriously for that because they want to, you know, get their name out there and that, which is totally understandable. Of course, it's because you can make a career out of that, you know. But for people that are playing at like 12 o'clock at night off stream and they're playing in ranked and they die, whatever, I'll play the next one. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me.
So you're laid back
Larry.
Larry.
Win, though.
You know? Laid back Larry, but he still wants to win.
Of course. You know, like if it was FIFA, dude, I rage.
Okay,
like,
so you're a FIFA rager. I haven't played FIFA 09. I played FIFA 09 the most. I can't say I've played another FIFA as much as FIFA 09.
08 was fun, which was Road to France.
Okay.
Sorry, not 98.
98.
I've been playing FIFA since 96.
Bro, I couldn't. I don't even know like how I can play another FIFA because it's just like I got bored. It's the same shit every year.
It is. It depends on what you do and all the rest. But it's a very. They're getting very, very lazy with it. Back in the day, they didn't. You know. But 1996, I played FIFA for the first time. I don't know if I played 95 or 96.
On the Sega Mega Drive? No, I'm just joking.
No. And it was the one that had indoor.
A what?
You could play indoor.
Okay.
They had indoor in it. And I was like, this is freaking insane. Because at the time, as a kid, at that time, I was 8.
What was that soccer game where you have powers?
Sorry?
What was that soccer game where you have powers? It's like a power shot. Is it Pro Evolution Soccer? Some other street ball game.
Pro Evo now is just kind of like a normal. Oh, Super International.
I can't remember.
That was on Nintendo. Yeah.
I just remember this like a fireball or a grass or like a power some shot. I don't know.
Super International used to have it, and or one of the versions of that used to have it, but that was a Nintendo game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a PS1 game, so that's why.
Hang on, all right. Let's separate the men from the boys. Were you a Sega or Nintendo?
Sega.
There we go. That's what we want to hear.
Sega Mega Drive, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, first game. I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Mine was Alex the Kid.
Classic.
On Sega Master System.
Sega Mega Drive 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Fair. I was never a Sonic fan, actually.
Far out. He's like my favorite character.
I love the whole concept of it and everything, and I could watch someone play it, but I never liked it.
Yeah.
Those run-through games like that. Like, even Mario, dude. I never really liked Mario.
Well, you don't run through it. Like, the way I played it was I got all the emeralds in the first, 2 levels.
Okay. No, but I mean, you know how it's a level from left to right?
Yeah.
I never really liked that sort of
stuff. Like a side-scroller.
And I think it was because I thrashed Alex the Kid, which is exactly the same, concept.
I didn't really enjoy it, Alex the Kid.
And I was just, after that, I was over it, I'm sick of this shit. Yeah. Then I found out what Pokemon cards were, and that ruined my life.
Here we go. You're just making it easy for me, mate. With trading card games, with Pokemon cards and whatnot,
Yeah.
did you start at Pokemon or did you start at somewhere else?
My first ever cards that I collected were I don't know if I'd assume you'd remember these. I don't know. Are you around the same age as me?
Yeah, I think you're a couple years older by the
Okay.
sounds of it.
Shrimpy's just nailed it in the chat, right?
Odd bodge.
Right. So there used to be these glow in the dark odd bod cards, right? I don't know how out of everything he's gone and guessed that,
I'm
but
gonna
he's
Google
nailed
this
it.
shit.
He's not. You have to look them up. They're still around now, but they're not called that anymore.
The
They're
fuck
actually
is
still
this?
in footy packs and whatever else now. And they're these glow in the dark, and it's kind of like a
It looks like a current cartoon though. What is it called? Do I say Odd Bod's cards? Odd
yes,
Bod's playing
right?
cards. Yeah. Here we
So
go.
there used to be those, but there was the AFL version of the odd bods,
Oh, this looks
right?
so familiar. It looks
Yeah.
very familiar, but I don't remember it really.
Okay, so they were my first ever cards that I ever got.
Is it
The
a
second
textured card? Is it a
sorry?
textured card?
I don't know what you're looking at, so it's really hard for me to.
Oh, it's just like these
They
creatures.
were embossed.
Yeah,
So they
that's
were
it. Yeah,
embossed
yeah,
and
embossed. Yep.
glossy, and they were glow in the dark.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like I might have had some, but I don't remember. It looks very familiar.
Okay, so I had those, and then on top of that, there used to be footy cards in Tip Top Bread.
Oh,
So they were the first cards I ever came across in my life. Then, before I got onto Pokemon, we had Tarzos,
Tarzos.
right?
Now we're
So we
talking.
went through eating bags of chips daily to try
Yep.
and find these Tarzos, right?
Looney
And there
Tunes,
was
mate.
Simpsons ones, there was Looney Tunes, there was Space Jam. I
Space
just found the
Jam.
other day in storage my entire Tarzos collection.
Oh my gosh, you're making me want to go and look at my mum's house now.
Well, I found a whole bunch of stuff. There's some old AFL shit in there and everything else. And then after the Tarzos, which was very short lived, that was probably about a year's worth of stuff, whatever. After that,
Yep.
it was straight in. I think it would have been about year 6 or 7, straight into Oh, actually no, about year 5 or 6 because I was still junior school. Yeah,
Yep.
straight into Pokemon, and one of the biggest regrets of my life. But who was to know what they're going to be worth now? I had the full base 1 and 2 sets.
Far out.
If I knew back then, obviously I'd still have them now and probably be sitting on a bit of money. Every holo you can think of, the big four, everything, I had them all. And I remember the minute I hit 15, 16 years old, it would have been, I said to my grandmother, take these to the market and sell them for whatever you can get.
Oh my god.
Base 1 and 2 sets, she got rid of over two stints at the market. And do you know how much money she gave me?
$2.50.
Take a guess. No, all the cards, like base 1 complete, all holos, and base
500.
2 as well. And we're talking about the promos as well. So the promo Mew, the promo Mewtwo, all of those.
Fuck.
And all the McDonald's ones as well.
Back then they had McDonald's cards?
Yeah, so there was promo Pikachus and trainers and things like that you could get from McDonald's.
Far out.
I got about $80 for all of it.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'll
So
go back in time to meet your grandmother to pay for that.
I'd go back and punch myself in the head. Like,
Come on, sell them to me, brother.
but you got to understand, we've probably got stuff here now
Yeah.
that we don't know in 20 years is going to be worth a hell of a lot. So I'm not selling anything no more.
Bro, I've never sold anything in my life.
I have. That's the
Well,
problem.
my job is in sales, but I'm saying like my collection stuff. So I haven't.
Yeah,
I've
no,
legit.
now I'm keeping everything. Like I got a whole bunch of pops, figures, cards. I got a whole bunch of.
Would you ever sell duplicates or would you keep it all?
No, I would keep everything now.
Okay.
I would 100% keep everything now, because say you have quadruple of something and that something in 25 years ends up being worth $1,000 a piece.
True.
Well, you've got $4,000 sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to be worth anything. Honestly, it could be like this microphone could end up being a vintage microphone in 50 years' time. But we don't know.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Just like back then,
Yeah,
we thought Pokemon cards were just going to be this fad that everyone goes through, and then it'll
true.
be the next thing. Which, of course, in life that happens. It's the next thing and the next thing, and
20
over and
plus
over.
years later.
But we didn't know they were going to be worth this sort of money.
Yeah, no, it's fucked.
Do you know what I mean? So, but that's life, and I think now that we're all older and a bit more wiser and everything like that, we can say, okay, do not throw anything out, do not sell anything unless you utterly have to due to financial reasons or whatever
Yeah.
it might be. Okay, you do what you got to do. But anything that you can keep that may have some sort of value down the track, do not get rid of it. And that's it. And then, yeah, going back to what we were saying, after Pokemon cards, it was just AFL cards and Chelsea cards. That's it. That's all I've ever gone down.
Nice.
So I got out of Pokemon. I had a short stint where I got back into it it was at the start of COVID.
Sick one.
Sorry?
I said sick one.
Yeah. And then after that, I was like, all right, if I start this again, I'm going to go broke. So I sold everything. I didn't have anything good. I just sold off everything that I started collecting. And then I was like, nah, I better not, man. So
Mate, it's going to be worth $1 billion one day, remember?
there you go. See, I might have had something in there. I don't know. But no, at the time, the stuff that I had was absolute crap. You know what I mean? Like it was terrible. But I think it was more so I just wanted to scratch that itch of nostalgia of buying Pokemon cards again.
Yeah,
it felt so freaking cool.
Bro,
to go
it's
to the
so
news
fun.
agent,
But yeah, I've like pretty much similar as you. Like last year, I had bought a lot of cards. I uploaded a lot of videos to YouTube, did a lot of unboxings, rips, openings, and it was fun. And I did some on stream. Like I'd open a couple packs here and there.
Yeah, I watched them. Yeah.
And yeah, I pulled some good cards, but money is tight, so I haven't bought some in ages. So unfortunately,
same for me,
I'm
dude.
holding off on buying stuff.
Well, yeah, that's the same as me. Like I'm now like I've really got into wrestling figures and collectible figures, and we're not talking like $10 basics and things like that. We're talking like when they're 20-30 bucks each, and even sometimes up 50-60 bucks each and whatever. And I've started just putting together little custom collections. Like I've got a little Seinfeld collection now that I've kind of put together, and I bought old tech decks from back in the day, original ones, and old Power Rangers things and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and look,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
yeah, it's a hobby, but
I
at the
love
same time, that could be an investment down the track. You never know.
I know, way. It's
So,
like I love all that shit too. Like Power Rangers was so cool. I used to have the toys where you'd flip the heads and the belt buckle would flip them into their helmet thing.
and they are worth a squillion at the moment.
Are you serious?
The originals.
Oh my god,
they are worth a lot of money.
I have no idea where my things are. I think I had the Red Ranger, maybe the Green Ranger.
Shrimpy, I just saw that comment, mate, about the DVD collection version of the puffy shirt with the little figure. I just want to say, please, if you want to move that on, we'll talk. Maybe I gift a few subs. Maybe you send over the figure. I don't know. Like,
far out. Shrimpy's a collector.
No, but honestly, if you want to move it, talk to me.
Here we go, hustlers.
Yeah, hey, I'm using your platform to do business, mate.
No, it's all good, mate. It's all about this platform's about bringing people together, so I'm all for it.
No, this is sick. No, I'm enjoying it. It's good.
Sweet as. No, we've covered off quite a bit. I guess if we want to focus back down into some questions, I know you had a YouTube channel going at one point. How did you get into that, and what ended up happening with it?
It was an impulse thing. Like, I said to myself, I was in the middle of starting a couple of e-commerce stores.
Yep.
And at the same time, I was like, well, I just want a hobby. I want to do something, and I wanted to get my opinion out about things in cards and pop culture and things like that. I was like, all right, I had an idea where I was going to do interviews of 90s stars, whether it was music, whether it was something to do with collectibles, TV shows, Power Rangers, whatever it might have been from back in the day. I said, all right, I'll start making some videos and we'll talk about toys, we'll talk about cards, we'll talk about collectibles of all sorts and interview these people.
Yep.
And my first interview was with the voice of Blinky Bill, which was
I love that episode.
Robin
Honestly,
Moore.
I love that.
So you saw it.
Legit, so good.
And it was a lot of fun. We spoke for I think it was about an hour or whatever it was.
Yep.
And it was a lot of fun. She really, really lovely.
Such a cool person, eh?
Yep. Crazy personality. Really, really cool. She ended up sending me this thing signed as Blinky. It was all kind of like scribbly and stuff. And
Classic.
hey, Beau, thanks for letting me be on your show and all this. So I'm going to get that framed and put somewhere, but I haven't done it yet.
I'm so jealous.
And then I hit up I started hitting up people from the Power Rangers, the originals. I started hitting up their agents. I started hitting up people from Aussie TV shows like Aggro and Round the Twist. And
oh, dude, classics, mate.
Yeah.
That's literally 90s. My childhood. That's why I think that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't know if you remember the game show Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So I hit up people that were on that. I hit up the host and I hit up all these. And I think in the end, it was about 20, 25 different people. She was the only one that got back to me to say, yeah, let's do this.
Far out.
But after that, that's it. Nothing else came through. And I kept grinding. I kept messaging more people and nothing. It sort of just never took off. Like I just couldn't get in contact with these people to get a yes from them and whatever else. So I'm like, well, maybe I'll try something else. So I did like topic videos on like I said before, collectibles, cards, all that sort of stuff. And there's a couple videos that are still up there, but I'm not doing anything with it anymore because literally, man, trading cards took over, as in design.
It took over.
Yeah. So
and you love it.
I have a little project that I want to dabble in at some point, which we've spoken about.
Yes, I still want to talk to you about it, so we'll keep that for off the lines. I know what you know.
Yeah. So I was going to mention what that generally is, but okay, maybe we won't do that.
It'll be a PHILMYSTER exclusive, let's just say that. But it's not.
It actually will. Yeah. It actually would be. Yes. So, but that's one thing. And then like,
I honestly think this is future. This is me speaking into existence.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to become the face of trading card game in Australia for Twitch, for streamers, for content creators. You're going to be like,
it's a thing that needs to,
personally, I know this will be way ahead of its time and you're going to innovate.
I think so. I think what you just said there, like trading cards for as merch items for streamers, I think it's a big thing that can take off.
Yep.
I am going to do it. It does matter who with, but I was going to say it doesn't matter who with. I'll do as many as I can. And I think it's a nice little thing, especially right now where trading cards are booming.
Mm-hmm.
And if people have a following of people that are into their merch already or are asking about merch, then that's a really, really good thing to do.
Yeah.
Sign trading cards, make it happen. And that'd be really, really cool. But that all just kind of took over, man. And now like, I'm really, really thankful because in the last, I made a couple nice contacts. I joined a
How raised the PHILMYSTER train?
One of
no
one.
Comment. No comment.
One of one. We're gonna print one. That's it.
What's the most expensive thing in the world? There you go.
Well, that PHILMYSTER one of one can be exchanged for the Seinfeld DVD.
You're so hilarious.
The puffy shirt.
You're gonna give away my card before you.
It can be arranged. It won't even hit the market. I'm gonna trade that shit.
Oh man, this guy's black marketing it.
Yeah. Nah, look. I've been really lucky. The last couple of months I've worked with. I don't know. Were you ever big on wrestling or no?
Nah, honestly, I was exposed to it through my cousins.
Yes.
Like WWE, SmackDown, Raw, all that stuff here and there, but not enough to really tell you names and shit.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe there's
Rey Mysterio, John Cena.
I have no idea. Sorry.
Rey Mysterio, John Cena.
Yep. Do you remember a guy called Zack Ryder?
Nah.
Okay, so Zack Ryder was in WWE. he's recently gone off on the independent scene and all that, and he's absolutely kicking ass. One of the most talked about wrestlers in the scene at the moment. He's now goes under his real name, which is Matt Cardona.
Cool.
So I designed his relic cards that just went out not long ago. I did Mark Sterling, who is now currently on TV weekly for AEW, which is kind of, the other big promotion in America.
I'm just looking it up. Matt
I don't know if
Cardona
you
trading
remember
cards. Is that what
Hornswoggle. Do you remember Hornswoggle?
it rings a bell.
The little guy.
Hornswoggle, mate. I gotta look up this shit.
Look up Hornswoggle. I think you
Yeah,
remember who he is. I just recently did his auto cards.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I did his as well. There's a few on the way. There's a few other ones that I can't talk about.
That's all good.
That are on the way as well, which is cool.
So you're like killing the game, basically.
Look, I'm not. I wouldn't say killing the game, but I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah, like
That makes
it's.
sense, I guess.
You're getting paid. It's paid engagement.
Yeah.
So you're doing your dream, right? It's your dream.
Yeah, that's right. Like I had a goal in mind, and we're heading in the right direction towards that. And the cool thing is, like, once I finish in Mykonos, like I've got 3 months in Mykonos for my residency.
Yep.
Once that's finished, I'm heading over to Boston and New York to do some networking in the card scene over there with all these wrestlers and so on and so forth. And I'll go to one of the live shows for one of the podcasts that I listen to. They're going to be in Boston at the time. So do a bit of networking, see what I can pick up over there and whatever else. And yeah, it's if you want another little PHILMYSTER exclusive.
I love an exclusive, mate.
I love an exclusive. We mentioned Seinfeld before, did we?
Yep.
We did. We spoke about Shrimpy's little DVD that he's going to pass my way.
Potentially. I'll talk to him. I'll put in a good word.
Potentially. Well, if we're speaking of potentially, I potentially could be working with someone from Seinfeld on a card.
Oh, snap. You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah.
Potential.
I don't know. Maybe it's more than potentially. I have no idea. I'm just... I'll let you guys think about that one.
Nice.
It could be anyone. I mean, I don't know.
I like that. Very inconspicuous.
It is. No, it's on purpose because I literally cannot say anything more than that.
Nice. I love it.
'Cause that could be anyone, mate. So
perfect. 2 exclusives in the show.
There you go, 2 exclusives in the show. Bang. You didn't
awesome.
Expect that.
Nah, we've covered off quite a bit. I think we've covered off most of the stuff I sort of had on my list here. Yeah. Speaking of Mykonos, you're heading there in the next couple of days?
Yes.
And 3 months, you were saying DJing for 3 months straight. Just
yep. So I played a place called Paradise Club, which is on Paradise Beach. And it's every night.
Far out. So every night, how long do you play for?
4 hours.
All right, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So it's really good fun. I work with one of the best teams in the clubbing industry that I've probably ever worked with. Nice. I'd only probably say that 2 lads that I used to work with in a club down here in Victoria, they'd probably be the only ones that beat this team.
Wow.
Other than that, it's an amazing place. I just saw that comment as I was about to.
How are you getting paid?
How am I getting paid? Definitely not with that.
With money or consumption?
No, definitely not with that form of alcohol.
Yeah,
probably say. No. The pay's good. Like it's not about the pay though as well.
Yeah, of course. You're doing something you enjoy.
Yeah, and it's a lifestyle thing over there. Like you don't go there to make $300-400 in a set. You go there to play to crowds and whatever else. And mate, I meet a shit ton of people from all across the globe there, man. Like it's a party island, world renowned that people come there. And one moment you're speaking to someone from Portugal, the next moment you're talking to someone from England, and it's really, really cool. But a lot of Aussies go there, man.
Yeah,
like a lot of Aussies. 75%, I believe, of the tourists that visit Mykonos every year are Australian.
Wow, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so, but this will be technically not including the COVID years. This will be my 4th year, I think it is.
Cool.
Yeah. So
nice.
And it's awesome, man. I'll chuck up some videos and stuff on Twitter and whatever else, and yeah.
Nice. I'll
We
keep
get
out.
back to normal.
Yeah. I'll keep my eyes out for it.
Mm.
Yeah, we've kind of gone through everything. We've been going for a while. I've enjoyed my time, but we're gonna go into a couple little cheeky, quick questions that I got from Snoop Dogg's GGN little interviews on YouTube. So if you're ready for that, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Hot fire 10 or something sort of thing?
It's not really a hot fire 10. It's just like quick questions, and they have answers. You know. Shrimpy, all these Europeans would love Phil. Make sure you name drop in the club. Yeah. I'll if you could do like a little promo for me. Nah. Give it up for Phil. Nah, they'll be like, what the heck is this guy talking about? How do you hype the crowd up, by the way? Do you like talk on the mic, or like how does it work over there? Or is it just music? Or do you have a hype man?
No, I do the MC work as well.
Well, he does?
Yeah, so you know, if I'm drunk, then I'll say one thing. If I'm sober,
MC Beau Jay fucking oath.
You know, nah. Look, whatever I'm feeling at the time, man. Like sometimes the parties get really out of hand, so you know you can. I'm pretty hands on when it comes to how I DJ. Like I'll go and jump in the crowd, in the middle of the crowd, and start on the mic in the middle of the crowd and all that shit. And you know, we kind of do a whole heap of stuff, which I just try to keep it unique and fun because my whole life, the last thing I can imagine someone wants to do is watch a DJ just doing this.
Everybody up and down.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
No one wants to watch a DJ just press buttons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like watching a band just play their instrument and do nothing.
Yeah, I was going to ask
make it fun. Like
all these questions.
It's always, if I've gone to a club, dude, or if I've gone to a festival or whatever, and I see that the DJ is having a good time, then I feel like I'm in a good place. You know what I mean? Like if they're having a good time, I'm having a good time because I can see that the DJ is proud to be up there and pumped and feeling the music and all that. So you kind of replicate that, you know, or reciprocate that. Sorry. So then when I'm up there, I can't just DJ, man. Like I have to feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like
if
you
I'm
just
playing a tune that I love. I'm gonna bloody show it. You know?
You know how like some people say, "Oh, you just put a laptop up there and you hit play on a playlist, and then you just like turn knobs all the time." Woo! Yeah.
Those out of hand parties are the best time to shout out a friend.
Exactly.
He's really pushing for me to shout out you in Greece,
mate. He's one of the best Apex players I've seen, and yeah, he's
no doubt
also
100%
one of the best promoters I've ever had. That's just getting amongst it, you know. Appreciate that love,
family. Coming in and hyping you up. See, you're talking about hype, man. Shrimpy's yours.
Exactly right. Thank you, Shrimpy, for the hype. I appreciate that.
And he's verified. It means like double the amount of praise.
Exactly. You know? So this 200% authority promotional marketing. Get amongst the guys. Yeah, if you're not following Shrimpy, I'd appreciate if you guys check him out. If you're not following me,
mate,
I'd appreciate
it. Taking the piss. I don't even follow him apparently. There we go. Now I do.
Boom. I got you new follow, Shrimpy.
I thought I did. I've been in there like 3-4 times before.
Yeah, but you just been in there. You just duck in, duck out. Come on, mate. It's all right.
Jeez, what's going on
oh, he sent a clip. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. He's clipping shit now. Yeah,
we'll check it out. I'll check it out in the break 3 times for a follow. Boca. What about you, Shrimpy? I think you followed me once and then you followed me again. What happened with that? We're not going to bring that up this time. We'll bring that up. Nah, Shrimpy.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
It's all right, Shrimpy. We'll bring that up in our interview in a couple of weeks. You heard it here first, guys. Shrimpy Melon interview.
I'll tune in for that if the time difference isn't too cooked.
Yeah, what's the time difference there? It's like Europe.
It's
13
hours, I think. 10
okay,
hours.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's it.
Nice, man. Nah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all that. Guys, if you haven't checked out Beau Jay, I will probably he doesn't have Twitch, like he doesn't have a channel.
I don't. I have Twitter, Instagram.
What's your preferred Twitter or Instagram? I'll just put some links in the chat for you.
Either or. I mean, Instagram is just to showcase my work. Twitter is where I kind of like to connect with most people.
All right, how about we do Twitter?
Sure.
And then from there, I guess we can. It's the same thing. Beau Jay is on both channels. All right.
Yeah, it's the same for both.
I'll just pull a couple links. There's the Twitter there. If you guys want to check him out, follow him on Twitter. We're going to jump into the questions from my good friend Snoop Dogg that he sent across to us on the lines. What is the first thing you do or think of when you wake up?
Check my phone.
Cool. Hot or cold?
That's bad, I know, but
Hot or cold?
cold.
Cold. Tacos or burgers?
Burgers.
Nice. Ass or titties?
Ass.
Oh, here we go. What is your favorite pair?
Bunda, mate. Huh?
Big booty bitches. What is your favorite pair of shoes of all time?
Adidas Originals, the shells. I
Okay.
forget what they were called.
I have no idea what that is, but all good. If
I
you
don't know
got
the actual name of them, but yeah.
all good. If you got stuck on an island for a year, what 3 albums would you take with you?
Dr. Dre, Chronic.
Yeah.
Gypsy King's Mosaic.
Okay.
And Hit Machine 13.
Cool. I'll have to check the last 2 out.
Yeah.
If you could have a conversation with anyone dead or alive, who would you speak to?
Michael Jackson.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Legit.
One thing on that, sorry to cut that off. That's the one thing I wanted to do my whole life, like see him in concert.
Yeah.
But,
Nah, me too.
yeah.
But yeah, that was the last one. So
There you go.
awesome. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Beau Jay, thank you very much for coming onto the stream and having a chat with me.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been good. We had a lot.
I've had a really good conversation, and honestly, I could probably talk to you for another hour or two. I feel like we could talk for so long. So maybe we'll get you back on the show. My mouth feels so sore. I've been smiling the whole time, and I've been having such a good time.
You know what we can do? You
Yep.
know what we can do? We can do like a little a Mykonos exclusive, and I'll do it from the beach.
Oh, really?
There you go.
I'll have to check the time difference, but yeah, like so to give you everyone an update, I have the next 3 to 4 shows I think booked. So I think that takes me to the end of June, beginning of July. So every 2 weeks, hey, bloop, Lee, how are you, brother? Welcome.
Mate, you just got verified motherfuckers in here every 2 seconds.
Yeah, so
on here.
cheeky story with Lee Digital. So I interviewed him for my first PHILMYSTER show. I actually used to work with him. And I found him through Conker. I don't know if you watch Conker streams. Z Conker. He's another Apex player.
Right.
On Twitch. And he's pretty good too.
Is he better at Apex than me?
I don't know how good you are, but I'm gonna say yes.
I'm taking the piss. I'm just joking.
I'm gonna say probably yes.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I saw Lee. I'm like, hey, I know you. Look at my profile, and then that's how we met, and then we just had a laugh. So yeah, and then I think Lee and Shrimpy are good friends as well on the line. So kind of like a little bit of a connection there, and
very cool.
We all love Apex. Everyone in the chat and everyone here loves Apex.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it. I just want to clarify something. I wasn't joking before about that Seinfeld DVD, Shrimpy. I definitely was not joking. If you want to move
Sarah
that
loves
on,
it.
I am here.
All right. You heard it here first.
Apex does not suck. Please.
She loves it. She loves it. No, I don't know. Sarah's a Halo fiend.
Halo. I see. I never got into Xbox to know. Yeah.
I got into Xbox because my best mate.
Boy,
yeah, I was a PlayStation boy, so I had Sega, and then I had a Game Boy Color, and then PlayStation 1. So there was like PlayStation 1, PS2.
Right.
And then 2008 was when I got a Wii and an Xbox 360.
Okay.
Never really touched the Wii.
Right.
Oh, CL. Appreciate this resub, brother. Hallelujah. Here we go.
5 months with the most handsome man on Twitch. Filmy hype, filmy champion, filmy hype, filmy champion.
Yeah, so you saw that. You saw that little the Sonic thing. That's basically my I guess homage to my originals. I had like my little Sonic sort of notifications and streamlets.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I'd have to have something Power Rangers in there for that.
Yep. I literally think of like every time I see something, oh my god, that is so cool. The Power Ranger stuff. It's like, like the black Power Ranger with a thumbs up and the other Power Ranger like that, like all that stuff. Shrimpy, appreciate the bits, homie. 100 bits. Hype trains. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Nice t-shirt, whoever that is. It's Beau Jay, the legend.
How good is it? Bloody brilliant these things are. Vintage.
Where is it from, by the way? It's from wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yes.
The thingy guy.
Austin, Stone Cold.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah Sassy Pants with the prime sub.
There is a hype train on the way.
Here we go. Hype train on the way, guys. Get amongst it. Love it, man. One of my heroes. There you go. CL, you're going to love Beau Jay. He is working with some of your favorite wrestlers, potentially making trading cards. Hey, 69.
I have.
69%.
I've just got more on the way.
Where it is. Yeah, well, yeah, it's PHILMYSTER exclusive. We had a couple of exclusives on the show tonight.
What is it? C1888?
CL. Yeah, we just say CL, but yeah,
CL. Okay, well they've gone and they missed the announcements.
Mate, you missed the exclusives. I can't even remember what they were, but trading card stuff.
Quickly repeat it, or what?
Yeah, if you want to quickly repeat it for CL, that'll be much appreciated.
Sure. So I've done auto relic limited edition cards for Hornswoggle, Zack Ryder / Matt Cardona, Mark Sterling. Who else at the moment? Jake Atlas from AEW, and we've got a few on the way. So actually, real quick, let me just refer to the notes.
There you go. CL's a very big trading card fan as well.
I didn't mention that I also did for WrestleCon in Dallas this year. I did Maven's cards. Maven was the first Tough Enough winner back in the day, and also Rory Fox, who was on MTV, and he's still a wrestler to this day as well. So I did all their cards as well, and then I got a few, like I said, on the way. Can't say too much.
Nice.
On the way. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, but CL is like, so I met CL through like a trading card, like a Pokemon streamer.
Nice.
So he likes trading cards, and he's from Scotland. So
he's from Scotland. Sweet.
Yeah.
So he's just asked about Tyson Beck. So yeah, Tyson's from Adelaide. We've spoken a couple of times, and Tyson said some really nice stuff to me. He said to me, he's given me some good advice, but he was also very happy when I told him what I wanted to do, and he said that he'd never seen anyone else attempt to do this sort of stuff. So he was really happy to hear that someone was doing it. But we've had some good chats, Tyson and I, through Instagram and that. But no one can beat that guy, man. That guy is A class. I'd love to be at that level one day. I have a different style to him, but I've taken some inspiration from him and whatnot. But he's a legend. Like, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to touch him.
Yeah.
Then again, we don't know, but he paved the way for everyone. It's insane. He's very, very good.
All right, I'm going to finish him.
Molly's
Someone's coming to suck me off. Ah! I can't! Ah! I can't! Oh, I can't get through the house. Fucking! Oh, dude, the box was right there.
Go! No! Come on! The door won't shut. Bro,
just like it. Oh, fuck.